Oh, I see it. Bam. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to
There's a
Raw with
reason.
Mimi and Lump Lump.
There's a reason for this ass whooping. There's a reason. Hey,
It's
there's
gonna
a
come.
reason for this ass whooping. There's a reason. Hey now, Mimi,
What's
what's
up,
up though?
brother? Good to
How
see
are
you, my
you?
brother. I'm doing good. Just a little under the weather after my babies were sick, but they getting better and I'm getting better. So we in this thing. We making it for
That
the
is
love of karate. Yeah, yeah.
karate. Our karate people. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there?
That's
Another
it.
week. Uh, um,
I don't think
Jim
so.
Harrison. Jim
Kim.
Harrison. Jim Harrison just passed.
You know who we did lose this weekend though? We lost Deontay Wilder because he didn't even pinch the bitch.
I heard, Mimi, that motherfucker got his ass whooped.
Uncle. You remember
I
how when you was little
he got
and TT used to chase you down the street to whip your ass and you used to run? That's how he should have ran out that ring. And somebody told me he got dropped by a Richard Pryor body punch.
straight. Yeah, I saw the highlight of that one, and it wasn't straight. It was like a hook, and it was like brrr. He shit on himself though. He did shit on himself on that one. And
I
then
was
the
really
first
hoping he
punch
would win.
though, Mimi, you had to see his face. Only the whole left side was swollen by the ear.
Oh, so then he didn't keep his hands up at all.
How
Hand
the
down, man
goddamn
down.
ear swollen.
His face was swollen.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And
He got to keep his hands up.
uh Tyson looked like he had slimmed down a little bit. He looked like he was in good shape. He was in very good shape. He what's the name threw in the towel in the 7th round. I know he got fired before they even got
Oh,
in the locker room. He got his last check. Your ass is gone.
oh. See, I didn't
Deontay
watch the
felt
whole fight. I didn't
Deontay
watch the
felt
whole
like he
fight
is
though.
from the jungle and he
He
fight all
Irish,
the way
isn't he?
through.
In Fury Irish. He from what country?
He
Somewhere over there.
is
He's English.
England.
England. He out with Mama country,
But
Coochie
also
country.
though, he donated all his
To the
winnings.
homeless.
Yes. So I
What
gotta
line
give
I
a
get
big
in
ups
if
to
I'm
that because
homeless?
that was damn sure a good thing, So that lets you know that he wasn't fighting for that money. He was fighting to show he's the fucking real champion of the
Well, how
world.
you put? I need to know how I put my name in there because I need to eat, and he feeding people, so I want to know what line I get in to eat his food. What line? Who I called? 1-800 feed me line.
You don't want to call that one. They're people. That old welfare
No, that was
cheese.
all jokes aside. That was really nice of him. Beautiful. I don't know many
No,
people
yeah.
that actually donate the whole purse. They do portions or
Well,
other things,
speaking of
and he
donating the whole
donated.
purse, Irish
He do
Open this
not.
coming week. Roy Baker.
Oh yeah, he do it for the karate people and the his tournament and his own
Yes.
donations and community service. Roy Baker does a lot for his people in his home. I hope he brings some of that over here. What if we did an American Open like that and
What if we did American? Oh, these motherfuckers will stab each other in the back to get to the first dollar up in there. What? No, we
if
can't
they
even be
don't
able to
stab
pull it.
each other in the back, they
They
sure
won't even
gonna let
hold
somebody steal
hands to sing Kumbaya in a circle. You remember that? They
it.
won't even
Yeah.
do that.
Even if
They're
they
going to
had it,
shit
they
on
better
one
not let
another
certain
to
people
get to
over
the
here because
top.
they gonna steal their money and you can't be stealing. I know
You
stealing when I see
stealing.
stealing.
Nobody better not be out here stealing. We don't
Oh,
steal.
that's for later.
We kick
But
ass, but stealing.
we'll come back to that later and on in the show. I might
Oh
have a
shit.
revelation.
Somebody gonna get their ass whooped. Somebody about to get their ass whooped. Somebody gonna get their ass whooped. Hey,
Somebody,
hey, 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 hey.
somebody,
Somebody gonna
somebody,
get their ass whooped.
somebody,
Hey,
somebody,
hey. Excuse me, y'all. I'm
somebody,
sorry.
somebody,
We just so excited we
somebody.
ain't been on here in 3 weeks. Time for us to get back at it. Give you guys a good week coming forward. Miss Regina, what do you have coming up? Any tournaments?
Um, this week, no, not this week. I actually went to the Pan American, the one in Houston this week that
The
was
one
done by
in Houston.
WKU. That's their name,
Hold on.
WKU.
Wait. You say it was a fucking tournament in Houston this weekend that just passed?
Yes, sir, it was, and I didn't invite you
Whoa.
there, and I didn't see you. Where were you at?
Shit, I didn't get an invite. Where was I at? Don't nothing come to the state of Texas and damn sure to the city of Houston where the king don't even be invited to his own shit. Now wait a minute. Who had a tournament here in Houston and didn't invite the king?
I think who do? Oh, Luis Jimenez. He's the one that does the
Ah, see,
Pan.
me understand why now. Yes,
Well,
okay.
you understand. You understand well. Me don't
Me,
understand.
me understand why I did not go to the tournament this weekend. Was it some money given?
I do believe there was money in teens, and I believe there was money in adults. I think 350, maybe three something, 250.
Damn. For me to
Something
go
in there
six
like that.
exits. For me to go 6 exits down the street. I could have went 6 exits down the street. I could have
You
been
could
there.
have skipped and spit further than that tournament was away from you. I mean, it was pretty close to you.
Oh.
And if I was there, I mean, I didn't fight though. I'm saying I was there. I didn't compete. I went to the finals and
Okay.
just mingled and watched some of the competition. I actually got to judge too. It was good. It was good. I liked it. It was some good
Damn. Well, did
competition.
he roll out the red carpet for your ass too and have a bottle of champagne sitting on the stage? Well,
Oh, I wish
damn.
he would have. I
Wow.
wish he
Well,
would have.
shit
But
now.
I guess me being able to go into the building was the red carpet then, brother. Because I don't know what else I could have done. I had fun though. I must say it was a nice event.
That's good. You see any of the people that we usually be with, or any old teammates or anybody?
I saw Terry Kramer was there. He was there.
TC was in the building.
He was there indeed. I told him I didn't know he was coming. I would have brought out the red carpet from him or something. I saw Corky Sykes. Corky Sykes is there. He competing.
Porky.
Corky got muscles. You seen his muscles? His muscles bigger than the rest of his body.
I saw that beard. Got
He
that
looked like the
snowman
white
beard.
Santa Claus for real, huh? I know. I like it.
Yeah, he did.
It's cute. It's cute. I like it. He did well though. He was in the finals. He was competing in one division against Jeff Doss. You know what I heard? I didn't see it because again I didn't go early. I went later. But if I knew that Jeff Doss was gonna fight, did you hear me say fight? Not Jeff Doss, the forums dude.
Sushi?
Yes, forums versus fighting. FF. You got the FO versus the FI. Jeff Doss fought. That's FO too, but
And it sounds like he got the FU.
well, I didn't see it. I didn't see any video, and I did try to find it. But
he paid to have that removed. That is removed from the social media, guys. And if anybody got that, TMZ that shit to us, let us have it. We know what to do with it.
I would like somebody to send it to me because I would like to watch it myself and give myself my own recollect. Because Jeff, my homie, me and Jeff been friends and family for a long time. And first of all, I didn't know it was coming. And if I knew he was coming, and for sure, if I knew he was going to fight, I'd have talked him out of it. Because I think if you perfect one thing, like Jeff has perfected all types of forms, and he's not a bad fighter. I've seen his students. His students are great, and sometimes you are great at things, but you can't always do hands-on, do those things. I don't think I would have let Jeff fight. I would have threw in the towel like Deontay Wilder people. I would have threw in the towel like Rocky should have done for Apollo. I would have also made sure that any judges or any of his other friends that so-called said it was his friends would not have let that happen unless he had a few weeks of training. And when I say a few weeks, I mean a few weeks just to get ready for that one fight. Because
not a few days or a few minutes, huh?
No, because he needed months and years to prepare to get to this one point. And then when he knew it was coming to this tournament, he should have trained for weeks. And I say 12 weeks at least.
They said Jeff Doss got leg kicked. It said his face was swollen, his nose, he was bleeding and shit.
That's what I'm talking about. He had to go to work on today.
Oh, so man. And then, you know what, Mr. Jen, I can't tell you though. I can't get my ass whooped in front of my woman and my kids. You know, I just, hey, that's just a no-no. You're not going to beat me in front of my family like that. Like, fuck, I'm going to scratch your ass or something. Now, you're going to walk in the bathroom, I'm going to fucking piss on your shoe or something, man. You're not just going to do that to me.
Please don't piss on
I'm going to get me a lick back. Yeah,
we're
going to do more than
you feel the revenge part. But I love Jeff. I love it. Me too.
So he chose to do more than just the kata of the bite Pac-Man shit.
I don't know, but somebody told me his kicks, you know how great and awesome they look? Oh. They look like that during his fighting.
I heard he took a leg kick and he looked at that guy and was like, whoa, why did you do that to me?
That means
they said he was like, you can have her.
Who talked him into it? That's what we need on the show.
I want to find out. He must have lost a bet somewhere. He had to have bet.
No, I think he did. From what I understand, he did it because he wanted to. I think he was feeling the mamba. He probably had some type of out-of-body experience or some type of one with yourself vibe where he thought he was He-Man. And he tried to bust out and then it busted in.
I'm
It didn't go
sorry.
nowhere.
I know his girlfriend was like, damn it, Jeff, why did you do that? She never
But
had to
then
have,
she gonna
you
hook
know.
him up. He gonna have massages and shit. Now
No,
that's the
she's
part he
not gonna
gonna
look at
enjoy.
like you can't fight. Why be with you? We get somewhere and you can't even save us.
They
You
got
know,
gun
you
laws
done
out
all
there
this
in
karate
Georgia.
in your world. You done all this karate and you done this to me in front of us. And then
Well,
and then the kids. Oh man, they probably was talking about it.
well,
They
I
probably
think
think they can take
might
him
have a
on right now.
chance if this person did karate and they were fighting rules. So let's hope that and pray that when it came to real self-defense, he will have a nunchuck in his pocket or a sword in his hat, so he can
Not a
really
mouthpiece,
try to
huh?
get
He's
it.
gonna need to bite.
He gonna bite it. I hope he do something, but it's gonna get better for him. I see it because I think that he is a
So he
champion and he
plans
will
on
learn from his
doing it
mistakes.
some
And
more.
when I say learn from his mistakes, he learns not to do that shit again.
Oh, so you saying he's not gonna fight anymore? Or you saying he's gonna go work and come back and try again?
I'd have to see where his mind is. Me preferably would say don't do that shit again, homie. But if he took that ass whipping and he wants to learn from it and he wants to redeem himself, I think he would come back and even just to get a little bit better to where he would pinch the bitch.
Sushi, you hear that? That was a fucking coach tip right there. Coach tip right there. Your coach said to you right now that you rather not gonna do this shit no more and let him have that and know that he's the king of your jungle, or you're gonna go back and redeem yourself and work and go back and kick his ass.
And I
Those
got
are the
you.
two options.
I got you. You want to work?
But you're not gonna just show up at the tournament again and just see him there and go like, oh, you know what? Let me borrow this real quick. I'm gonna fight. You can't do that shit no more. You just can't do that.
He can't do that ever again in no tournament. He better not bring no pads until I know that he's been training and working out to where he's gonna get better. And when I see that video, I can tell.
Well, it damn sure looked like Fury. It damn sure looked like Fury was working out on Wilder. I tell you that much. He was working out on him. 7 rounds? You know, that's my good number right there, too, me. He put that boy down in the 7th round. What a number.
That's like 7 and 13. I don't like them numbers.
What a number. This man said it's not even going to be a draw this time. I am really the undefeated God.
And then, you know what?
This man literally, that guy, I'm telling you, because I watched the first fight, and I watched highlights of the second one. I really didn't see the whole thing, but I tell you what, just looking at his body structure, he's a lot slimmer than he was the first one. And when he was punching like his shit had meaning behind it. It wasn't no, oh, here, back up off me. No. When that man was hitting Wilder, he was hitting Wilder like, yo, you bleed like I bleed. And then this man licked his man on his neck. Ew. He licked him on the neck because he said, I wanted to taste your blood.
Ew.
I wanted to see what your blood tastes
like. That they got coronavirus out there?
Girl, when I said that shit, I said, Wilder, you is ate by the hyena over there. That man's really a gypsy man. That man literally licked him on the neck, tasting his blood.
You know they put dogs to sleep when you taste blood, right? They gonna shoot his ass.
That I was like, damn, but you know, England, they do that type of thing. You know, kiss you on the forehead.
Would you eat each other? Fight. What country they still cannibalizing?
Say it again. Is my mic on? Wait a minute, is my mic on?
Wait a minute. You said, wait a minute. I did not know the man going around biting those people like a damn cannibal. He licked him and bit him.
He didn't bite him. No. He didn't bite him.
He didn't Mike Tyson his ass.
No,
but he sure licked it.
But like I guess from all the punching he was hitting Wilder with, blood was on Wilder's neck, and he licked the blood on his neck.
Let me tell you something about me. If I bleed like a fucking grape, anybody that licks on me, licks. Best to be prepared for what comes next, because I'm gonna surprise the shit out of myself. You lick me on my neck like that in the middle.
Girl, I'm talking about they had a clear highlight of that shit.
Is that a penalty?
Oh, see, there it is. He wanted to taste his blood. He told him that before the fight.
It ain't that much. No, that's disgusting.
And
he got the coronavirus. He needs to be drug tested.
He tasted his fucking blood. Like, really. That
is not normal. Anybody that eats somebody's blood they don't know, if they ass don't need to be there. He shouldn't be out roaming around with regular people.
He didn't eat it. He just tasted it. Like,
same thing. If it go in your stomach, I don't care how it get there. It's in there.
Well, you know, that's the champ now. And like he said, and he gave a big shout out to, I got to respect Fury, like, really. He gave a big shout out to Wilder, like, you're going to be the champ again. But right now, it's me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
why he donated all his money to the hungry people, because he ain't hungry. He eats people's blood.
shit, yo, if you think you the beast over him, he felt like shit.
Baby.
Any animal that get in front of me, I kill and I eat. So
Baby,
I was an animal.
obviously, I didn't know he was
And
saying that shit literally.
a lot of people eat their steak raw.
Oh, I know one lady, Cindy Gallio. She eat her shit, her heartbeat on her damn steak.
blood running out that shit, juicing. Ugh.
At least she let the motherfuckers throw the steak on the damn grill for 10 minutes. He ate
10
that man
minutes.
raw. He
No,
didn't put
mine
no
took for
seasoning
10.
on it.
Mine took for 10. Well, Miss Regina, somebody hit me in my inbox and they asked me about what do I think about sponsorships. So, you and I have been on quite a few teams. You've definitely been on some few teams before me, but starting with SES coming all the way to now, we've definitely been 90% on the same team.
Rolling together, rolling.
So what
On the
do you think should be sponsorships should be given to what type of competitor, or should you have separate where you have A squad, B squad, C squad, or should you just have one A silent squad? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm glad you brought this up because that brings us back to the serious and more important side of karate. All jokes aside and everything. As I've made clear recently, my first sponsor was my daddy. So I think the first most important thing about sponsorship, it should be about compassion and caring. It shouldn't necessarily be only about business and money and what you can get out of it. And that goes for the player and that goes for the sponsor.
The coaches, the sponsor,
everybody. If
everybody.
you look at it to get something out of, you may lose out on what's really important about the team or what you can really grasp out of it. Secondly, I think that what's important is to understand that what we are or how we are sponsored. Let me say that how we are sponsored is not like your everyday sponsors for like basketball players or shoe or Nike or these
Atlantic Trans World.
Right, exactly. Even that to relate it something
Metro,
closer to home.
yeah, our
it's
culture,
not what we've seen in our own history of sport karate and tournament fighting.
Okay, we back. Excuse us for that technical difficulty.
Excuse me, guys. I don't know what happened. I was talking and then I wasn't talking anymore.
But
my bad.
Mr. Gina, I apologize. We were talking about sponsorships.
Yes, sir. We were.
I can't even tell you what was the last thing you said because you just went out.
And I don't even remember the last thing. I just remember that was the topic. I'll kind of start again.
So yeah, let's start over. Of course.
I said that it would have to be about the sponsorship and the athlete, the fighter or competitor. Let's say competitor. You shouldn't necessarily look to get something out of the sponsorship. You should be doing it because you love to do it and you enjoy doing it. Sometimes when we look to get things out of things, you look to be rewarded before you've actually put in the work and the effort and to get the happiness. You come out at the wrong end of the stick. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Coming back from me in my GOP years and my SCS years, I can say that I honestly went into both of those situations kind of looking at it, okay, what can they do for me and how far can they take me when it all turned into this is more of a team, a family, and we're all doing it because we love it. So then it wasn't about necessarily us having to produce because that came on its own. It was the joy, the love, the happiness, the bonds, the platforms, and the things like that we built.
Seeing each other every weekend or falling on your face pissy drunk, huh?
Yeah, that too. Making memories, beautiful memories. That's it. And when you get old like me, you're going to remember those memories and smile like that used to be me.
That used to be me out there.
Used to be. I matured though.
Okay, so do you think it should be A squad, B squad, C squad? What do you think about those things?
I won't. I can't necessarily
do you think that's
yes.
degrading? Do you think that's degrading to the players? Or do you think that's something to motivate them to want to work to be a superstar of the squad as far as the A team? Because if I got on the team and I was on the C team, I'd be like, why the fuck am I on the team? You understand? That goes to me just thinking like, okay, they just paying for me to be here, or I'm a substitute of a substitute, like down the line.
I think your mindset comes because you've been a part of teams. I think when you have different levels. Now, but me saying this or explaining this doesn't mean I agree with the C part, because I really don't believe in the C.
Of course.
You shouldn't have a C team on a sponsorship, because we ain't got money like that to be wasting money on C players. Now,
you feel me? Not in the damn teams we was on.
Yeah, exactly. My two sponsors have never had money to waste on people for C parts. It was do your part, do your thing, and if you didn't, you were replaced or you were put on probation. This also goes back to when people when you get picked up by a team, and let's say it's your very first team, because I don't want to speak from experience. I want to speak from being let's say, virgin. I'm a virgin when it comes to having a sponsorship right now. Okay, it's been a long time since I related that word to myself. Yes.
Whoa, a long time since you related that word. Whoa there. Cookie Monster.
So when you new and you get a sponsorship, you could be on Team Z, and you are happy to be a part of something, because you're better than the karate school, because I'm assuming you are the only person at your karate school that is a sponsored person, or you have this sponsorship on this team specifically. And when you're on a team, that right there is enough to make people, think the sky's the limit. Because I can think about my first sponsor, and when I say my first, not my daddy, I can think about my second sponsor, to where I got on a team to where we were actually having someone else pay for it, and they were giving us merchandise to wear the things, and we were representing one specific entity, you know what I mean, or one business. So I can remember that feeling. I can remember that. But I still don't necessarily agree with C's on a team. Now, B's, yes, because we all need subs. We all need a break. And then sometimes chemistry, people mix, and the camaraderie, they build things in a different manner. I can say that in my team years or sponsorships, I've been, I look at it as luck, and I look at it as not so lucky, but I was always one of two women on a team. There wasn't a squad of women, like, of course, men, because you have men 3 to a team. You kind of want to make about 2 teams if possible, or more if you can.
Of course.
So with that being said, I didn't necessarily have a lot of women to choose from as far as making a B team or a C team. When it came to men, just because you were on the B team or just because you were on the A team didn't really mean you bonded and you teamed up well. Sometimes you can put that C player with that A player and they can win you a title without even thinking about it, just because they bond better, just because they are team players, just because they just have that, you know what I mean? So again, I really don't think that there's an A, a B, and a C. What I do think is you have people that bond, and you do have top choices. When you put your top choices out there, and your top choices don't always produce in the manner that you put them on, or the level that you put them on, then that's when you start playing with rotations, just like the NFL, just like the NBA. You play with rotations.
So it's not necessarily team A, blah blah blah, team A Z, team B Z. You talking about it's team Z. It's one
It's
squad,
team whatever.
Because SES,
about the chemistry.
it was one squad. We was SES.
Exactly my point. We may have had a team 1 and a team B for that tournament, but at the next tournament, that team 1 and team B could switch up at any moment, because Bowden again played this game like it was a chess game. And just because you had these more well-known players versus these not so known players didn't mean that they competed at the same level, and they fought and meshed together. Because sometimes Cloud could make me feel like
I tell you one thing though. One thing. That fucking John Von Trumsesky, big shout out, because I watched him get his ass whooped a lot.
I did too, but I saw him step up and do some shit too.
He blew a big lead. That was Travis and Ski's partner, representing Michigan. Plowder had a Michigan team. That's what I call that, the Michigan team, not Team B. That was the Michigan team. And then he had his put together squad, as which came to BP, Carlos, Ricky. But man, I really watched Trav and Ski go out there and fucking put in some work, and, light as the heaviest, You at your Von Trusessi, you ready to fight a Raymond
Y'all
Daniels?
should have put that fool on a diet. He would. If I was coaching Plow, I would have told Plow, look, let's starve him and make him look like Ski, and then we're gonna
Man,
put
you
some
know,
heavy bags in Ski's
people used to
pocket.
look at him and be like, "Oh my God, he must know how to fight." And then he get in the ring, and the first thing he do is throw that double round kick and turn his head on his back fist, and somebody hit his ass. Boop boop. Damn! Come on, Jovan. Okay, Jovan, do this. Okay. All right. Boop boop. And then he had his hands out like, "I'm trying." He had that little that 6-year-old look in his face. "I'm trying, Daddy. I'm
Hold up, tink tink.
trying." It just ain't
Hold
happening, but.
up, tink tink.
I'm telling you,
Tink tink.
you know, me with the sponsorship thing, I definitely don't think it should be a squad, B squad. I definitely think, chemistry is very important. I learned that just by my first squad, you know, my first squad being at home base TPK, you know what I'm saying? Just how the way he had us with one another, you know, sleepovers. Chad was always the party thrower, you know, Super Bowl parties and stuff like that.
Bonding. It's about
We
bonding.
knew how to bond. Like I learned how to enjoy and know how to use the people in the right manner that was around me.
Right.
As a growth. But SES, I was spoiled. That's why it was so crazy. SES, I was spoiled. You know, guys, I was 12 years old riding on private jets, like riding double private jets, two private different jets, flying in the air with the national squad. I was a local junior, and I was a local one because I was a junior, but I got the blessings to be able to hang with the national squad, go to national competitions and be able to compete at the level with them. And I tell you, I look at it as a blessing. GOP, I was spoiled. Chris and Cindy spoiled me too. So I always looked for the spoiledness. And then when I got to All Stars, it was a little different. One, I felt like I was supposed I had already been there, and I was just getting bullshitted around because it was like that was just a team I wanted to be on, I'd be a part of. I always been close to Jack Felton, you know, and I always was looking at it like we got to fight a little bit with Victory, which I ain't gonna speak to you guys on Victory. You know, that's a whole nother story. That's gonna be a whole nother fucking episode for y'all on Victory.
You said that would look conviction, brother. I'm gonna write that down.
That conviction gonna go back to, you know, AKA's 2004, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, where I returned to uniform, you know, get that back.
That's WSKF. That's
yeah, you know.
I got a little karate history behind me though.
Yeah, just a little bbit. Some of you kids weren't even fucking born yet, 2004. But
I know my kids weren't here yet.
Nah, because you was out there competing big then.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Somebody slipped me the okey doke.
That was a squad, and then it was different with them. It was different being on a team with Ray, you know, who was the fucking highlight of martial arts at the time. Like, the fucking highlight. Like, man, everybody rolled carpet. Fucking women throw their panties at him like he was fucking the prince on stage singing some shit.
I didn't throw my panties.
I hope you didn't throw your panties, sis.
I hope you kept your
jaws on. I hope you kept your jaws on.
I stick my panties in your ear. No, I'm just playing. Y'all so silly.
But,
no, I get it.
Being with that squad, it was different. And I guess that's where I learned about a squad, B squad. I learned that, you know, somebody can come back to the squad and mess up the chemistry. I know somebody can come back to the squad and put the chemistry to use. But I learned about the A squad, B squad. Unfortunately, I made a decision to do some other things at an event that I didn't think my other squad was gonna show up at. I tried to have 2 sponsors at one time. I tell you guys what, just don't do it. unless all 3 of y'all are in agreement with one another, don't try that shit. Like, just don't try it. Our karate world is big but small at the same time. So word will get around if you trying to be slick on the shit. Somebody gonna tell it. That's a whole nother issue. Fucking tattletales running around town. Me.
Get stitches.
But
get stitches.
I definitely feel like there's no point in having a B squad because that squad, what if they win? What if they win at that event? What if A squad don't fucking show up? Because you go to a tournament, it's bound. You may wake up and not be the person that you thought you was going to be that week. You know, you may wake up and have the shits. You may wake up and, it's no telling. It's just really
You
no.
might
So
wake up with the coronavirus after licking people's blood.
I tell you what, don't you fucking show up in no karate tournament, no coronavirus. I tell you, your ass gonna be hit like an alien.
You show up in a
You gonna
bubble.
get zapped. You gonna get zapped, all right. But I definitely feel like that's what we're able to do. Me.
I got you. Sponsorships. And let's go. We talked about as a player. I ain't never sponsored nobody. And when I say nobody, I don't want to actually keep talking about the players. I want to talk about now the sponsorships, because again, I have had sponsors that have been just about business. I've had sponsors that were into the sport, so they kind of cared a little bit more on a level
and
that
of
was.
course, a lot of the sponsors that's into the sport had a child who was doing the sport. So,
No,
guys understand
sometimes,
that.
not all of
But
mine,
no,
not all,
I'm
but
speaking of,
it's
and you could be, of course, Kanai being a squad that you were on before time, but I'm talking about as far as like now time, any sponsors that's out there sponsoring teams right now, they have some type of person involved in the martial arts on the reason why they are sponsoring the martial arts, or they're involved in the martial arts. I should say.
I mean, and that's true. They kind of care a little bit more,
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean they
yes,
care. It doesn't mean that they care in the same
more.
manner that we
Yeah,
care as far as fighters or competitors. It means that they care about their own surrounding, which is how well their children does. And I'm not saying it just from this time. I know people from back in the day, they used to hop teams just because they thought that this person could do more, this team could do more, this team bonded more, this team, when ultimately it didn't do anything but break those teams up, because you're coming in, jumping in and out like a double dutch. And sometimes when you jump in back and forth like a double dutch, you lose pieces of yourself. You bring pieces of yourself that shouldn't have been brought to those other parts of teams. I know that when you catch and I'm gonna say this only because my girls have had some sicknesses here the last couple of days, some common colds, and it started out with my oldest, Layla. And let's say Layla last week came home with a virus. And that virus, not that it was you have good viruses, you have bad viruses, but she brought home a sickness that ultimately gave her a stomach ache, gave her a fever, and things like that. So that virus, when you bring it home into an area, you infest, or not infest, but you contaminate that
yeah.
area.
Contaminate is a
And
good
so,
word.
yeah, you
Fuck yeah, you go to
contaminate it.
school,
And so,
guys. Use a big word.
shut up, stupid. You stupid. So when you contaminate something, you don't even, when you contaminate it, you don't have to even infest it right then. That contamination can sit there for a week or two, and then when it feels like it wants to grow like a fungus, then it starts to grow, and it starts to attack things and people. And when it starts to do that, you may not know where it came from, because again, my daughter came home with this last week. And last week she got better. And I thought everything was good and okay and fine. But 3, 4, 5 days later, my youngest and myself get sick. So when she contaminated us, we didn't know that it was contaminated. So we sat here and we thought everything was good, fine, and dandy. But after the fact, when we started feeling this, and we started feeling the same aches, the pains, the stomach, the this and that and all of that. Same thing with people joining karate teams that should not be a part of your team. Just because you think that fighter, that forms competitor, that person can uplift you in a winning manner or can uplift you in a team manner, I think that we all should look at the history of that sponsor or of that competitor, and you figure out if that person is ultimately good for your team or for your own self, prognosis, to make yourself do better, to uplift and build. Because at any point, if somebody joins a team and they're not good for that team, they can make them go down like a fungus or a sickness, or they can uplift them to the best team in the whole wide world. Yes, and that's what I think that we are missing. Again, GOP turned out, to me, it was supposed to be business. It was all about, I'm going to train this kid. I want him to get better, because the better he gets, the more that I'll get paid, and then I'll make money to help gain more privates and more seminars and all of this. It was business. But the moment I took that outlook out of it, and I did it because I love karate, and I saw how Chris and Cindy didn't love karate because her son did it. She loved karate because she was her own person and she
That's
enjoyed
why
it.
she's still
So
around that
all of
shit
us,
to this day. She
yes,
still
we
go to
bonded,
tournaments to this
we
day.
grew, and we all now will be family to the day we die. They are the godparents to my children. Even with SOS, I didn't look at it like, okay, Richard Plowden is coming to
You was on SOS? You was on the
SES.
Brillo pad?
Oh, he said SOS. My bad, SES. You know what I mean? I probably put
I was
GOP
say, damn,
and
Miss Regina
SES
was sponsored by
together.
the Brillo
Yeah, we
pad?
both looked up like, wait,
Damn.
what?
My bad. I put GOP and SES together. Y'all got to excuse me. I had a little happy juice when I got on the break. I thought I did something wrong. But SES, I'm sorry. I thought it was more of business. I knew who Plowden was. I knew what he had done in the past as far as his name. And I thought, oh, what I've done on this side, this guy, this team could help push me to a different level to where I'd be a whole different type of person and household name, if you want to say. But again, when you get on a team and then you meet people and then you come in contact with people that are just as good as you are, whether they're a man or a woman, they've competed, they put in their time, they put in their dues, they've won just as much as you've won. They've done everything that you've done. So what puts you on a team A versus them being on a team A? Nothing. It comes about you producing bonding. And that, again, on SES, we bonded in a manner to
Man, we had
where
a badass
we're
squad.
gonna be
Man,
family to the day we die.
we had a badass squad all around. Like, we're fucking fighters.
Fights. That's the
Matt
last time
Mudd,
I did forms. I let
Matt
somebody come
Bowles.
in and doing Chun-Ji at a tournament.
Really?
It
You
wasn't
done now?
Chun-Ji, but I did a tournament. I mean, I did forms at a tournament just
You
because we
want it?
did it.
You gonna do it this year too?
No, I didn't say that. It's
Oh,
only one of you. That was a whole team of us coming to an agreement.
fuck that. You didn't do it then when we came
I
to
did.
agreement.
I threw one punch and a kick and a bow. That's a form. You didn't say how long it had to be.
No, they didn't come to that. Trav got disqualified. Speaking of that, because he had on jewelry.
And you jumped in the air and broke your leg.
No, that wasn't the same tournament. That was a different year. That was a different
He
year.
said that was a different year.
I went on SOS then. I went on SOS then.
No, that's when you did. You were on SOS when you broke your knee, huh? That's when it
Yeah,
happened.
I was getting sponsored by SOS then.
For real. My
Silly
house
eyes
was clean. My house was clean as a mug. Brillo pad, baby, Brillo pad.
out there doing it down, doing it
No,
down.
I think, I mean, that's what I think about sponsorship. Today, I don't really see a lot of people putting sponsorship in on both sides for the right reasons. And I think that's why you see a lot of team jumping and you see a lot of teams not kind of lasting as the way that they used to and the way we used to. And I think a lot of pressure is being put too much on both sides. You expect what other people has gotten or what people
Or
have gotten in the
getting.
past,
Yeah.
and
So
you
that goes to
expect
my
it.
next question on it. Not to cut you off. So when it comes to sponsorships, should every player know what the other player is getting, or should that be
That ain't
something
nobody
that's
business.
confidential?
I mean, if we making
Because
millions like NBA,
players sometimes act like females. Sometimes,
well, if we
being
making
nosy,
millions,
being up in
millions
somebody's
like the
business.
NBA and in millions like the WNBA or the
Oh no, fuck
NFL,
no, girl,
if
we don't even make high school money.
well,
Shit,
that's
what you
what my
talking about?
point. That's my point. If you're not making that amount, it's none of your business what I make. If it's being reported in the media or it's being reported, or I feel like I want to tell you, that's when it becomes your business. If we taking a test and your eyes wander on my paper, I want to poke your eyeballs out. Don't put your eyes
Yeah,
on
yeah,
my paper.
because our professor gonna fail your ass, and the person that you're cheating too.
Oh yeah, she will, and she gonna
Professor
put
Reed
it
don't
on
play that
blast.
shit. Big shout out to Professor Reed. Don't play that. She don't play that
Oh
shit.
yeah, shout out
Your
to Tim.
eyeball. She's
Hey
better.
Tim.
You better have your hand rolled around that test like that, hugging that test.
Hey anime, eat the cake, anime. Just eat the cake. Hey, but yeah, that goes back to the sponsorships and the things like that. I think that today, just everybody kind of doing it for the love of the sport would
You think
help
they
us.
are doing it for the love?
No, I
You
said
think?
I think if we do
Oh,
it
okay.
do it
Do
for
it
the
for the
love,
love.
competitors and sponsors.
Yeah.
Don't do it because you're looking to get something out of it. Do it because you love competing, because you love karate, because you love putting on a show. Whether you're fighting, in the show, or you're doing forms in the show, you just love it.
Pick somebody up on your team that's going to be more of a leader. Just because they fight well at 2 or 3 tournaments in a row doesn't mean that their attitude fits your squad. Because that's another issue I see running around too.
And what's your definition of a leader? What is your definition of a leader? Because I know leaders that are not perfect leaders. They're not saints.
Well, yeah. No, definitely. You better not. Anybody try to be a saint, I'm a cap on anyway because we're here to make mistakes. We're gonna make mistakes.
Nobody's perfect.
No, damn sure not nobody's perfect. But I'm saying, don't lead somebody to hell. If you know that you're on your way, don't you lead them to hell.
And don't think you're above and beyond anybody, because one sin is not greater than the other.
It's not at all, for sure. And that goes back to that thief shit you were talking about earlier. Girl, what you were talking about? Some stealing shit. Girl, tell me about this stealing shit now.
Well, I don't want to say I'm going to tell you. I don't know nothing about no stealing. But what I do know is that when you trust people, and you can trust them on any level. You can trust them on a friend level. You can trust them on a spouse level. You can trust them on a daughter, whatever level relationship-wise. But I believe if you build on that person's trust and friendship, and then ultimately you deceive, you lie, you steal, you take, and that person trusts you in a way that they wouldn't trust sometimes their own mother or parent or something like that.
Siblings.
I think it's wrong. Yeah. I think it's wrong. And when I say wrong, I say it because I love some karate and some karate people more than I think I love my own blood family. And that's because I put more time in. I was always away with karate. I was always traveling. I was always doing this. And some of those bonds build in a manner to where it doesn't matter if you were blood or if you were came from the same parents or whatever. It's just that you feel that close to that person. You went through blood, sweat, and tears. And if I trust somebody in that manner and ultimately they deceive me, oh, brother. Oh, my brother, you know your sister. I have a huge, huge problem. I have a huge problem with that because that's deceitful. If anybody knows anything about me, knows Regina can be at any end of the spectrum, but that is Regina. Regina ain't gonna change. Regina gonna still be the goofball, funny, crazy, loud, sometimes obnoxious person that she's always been. You can't come and say, oh yeah, Regina blah 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 did this type of thing. Oh no, that don't sound like Regina. Regina didn't do that. I know, and there's certain things I feel the same way about other people in karate.
Yeah, of course.
But what I do want to say is, closed mouths don't get fed. If it fits, then you can't acquit. If you think they did it, they did it. If all fingers, eyes, toes, and extra limbs point towards that thing, person, issue, crime, or whatever it is, go with your gut feeling, go with what you know. And just because you keep it to yourself,
I come through that bitch like the Ghostbusters and get his ass.
Just because you keep it to yourself doesn't mean it's gonna go away. You have to say something. If you don't say nothing, it's just gonna keep growing like a fungus.
So what do you think? Should you start a organization?
I think you should. No, not necessarily organization. What I think is you should start communicating with the people that's closest to you. And when I say the people, you got people you trust. I mean, you have some people that's like, no, they talk too much. This person, no, I wouldn't tell this person my business. I wouldn't tell this person.
So like promoter-wise, promoters should be talking to promoters about, hey,
it can be a promoter. It can be a ring coordinator. It can be a ring judge. It can be a scorekeeper. But if it's somebody that you trust and somebody that you think is going through or has went through the same issues as you, I think you need to talk. And let me say this, and I'm going to just put myself out on a limb right there. I have had some people talk to me about certain things that they weren't sure of, or they didn't know, or, things don't add up, or things don't, if they don't add up, 2 + 2 is not 5.
No matter how you do it, huh?
If I shave down to 2, and try to make it fit into it's not 5. 1 plus 1 is not 3. And if it bit you one time and you stick your hand back in that same manner, in that same place, without clearing up or getting rid of what bit you, it's going to bite your ass again.
Then the second time may kill you. You know, if it got some
Listen,
venom in his
y'all
ass.
have to talk to each other, and not only talk to one another, but promoters. Y'all get together, y'all and other people, karate people. Let's say that karate people, we get together a lot of times.
Do you think our sport is starting to separate instead of starting to come together? What are you thinking?
When you say
saying
separate rail.
like not looking as prime example, they need to communicate. So you think that the communication is a lack of communication between the promoters?
It's a lack of communication, but it's more of everybody trying to do better than the other person. I don't think it has anything to do with being deceived or anything like that. I think it has more of, well, I want my event to be a lot better than your event, so I'm going to try to push myself a little bit more than I would help push yours.
And I'm going to tell everybody, fuck your event, it ain't shit.
You stupid. It's more about us kind of not giving back to the sport. But I tell you this, when people get their ass robbed and they get everything taken from them, and then they can't afford to do certain things, or even if they can and they watch their brothers or their sisters or their other families go down or do certain things, I think that's when it's going to start to come out a little bit more. But then I think it'll be too late, because we've already allowed it to happen for so long that even the people that it's been going on with for so long, they're not willing to say anything. Closed mouths don't get fed, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm the one to tell you that I can sit on like a fly on the wall sometimes, even though I'm not as small as a fly. And I hear some things that I hear. And if everybody would just talk instead of isolating yourselves as, oh, well, I'm this person on this end, well, I'm this circuit versus this circuit.
Like me. Yeah.
Or my competitor.
It's no fucking such thing. It's no fucking such thing, circuits and leads. Man, we are all a martial artist. We all fall into martial arts.
And even though you compete against each other, it's all about the competition and make it better. It's not about, because we compete, we can't be friends. You be our friends outside of the ring. We're supposed to help our sport evolve. And to help our sport evolve, we have to do everything, not everything, but we have to do some things in the right way. And sometimes it means going out on the limb that you want to do better and our sport to do better. I feel like I'm going out on a limb right now by saying some of the things that I'm saying, but it's only because I don't think it's fair. That's what's happening. And when I say not fair, we're trying to build our sport. And so anybody that's taken away from our sport needs to go 2 feet under the system. You know what I mean? Especially because a lot of us are trusting and so open and loyal, but just because we are supposed to be karate family. Karate family shouldn't do this. We're supposed to teach integrity. Where's your integrity?
Because Mr. Ronald George, I read one of his posts probably about 2 weeks now.
I think that's why Jeff Doss fought.
And honestly, you might be right on that. Speaking of that, because that's so funny that Mr. George, I tell you guys, is so humble. Like, y'all have to really sit down and really know who he is. Like, he not with that. He's not with that hyped out talking shit, none of that stuff over that way. He used to get on me and Ryan about that all the time, fighting and doing teams and stuff. Like, hey, y'all chill out, y'all calm down, be cool, y'all men. Don't act a fool. And to read his post let me know that somebody must have really.
What was the post? Let's explain what the post was, sir.
Okay, well, right now, go ahead and just take a Mimi's coaching tip 102.
Okay. All right, guys. For the coaching tip, first of all, to be a good competitor, and I'm a fighter, so I'm going to give you fighting tips. And once somebody teach me forms, like Jeff Doss, we're going to trade out. He's going to teach me forms. I'm going to teach him fighting. Then I'll start giving you some forms tips. But the most important thing, point fighting 101. If you step in the ring, you have to be confident. If you lose, you better go out the best loser and the most confident loser just because you felt like you had a chance. You didn't have the necessarily ability, but you had the confidence to go out there to get your ass whooped. And when you go out there to get your ass whooped, you learn from that ass whooping. You don't go out and get your ass whooped the same exact way next time. You learn that, hey, I got my ass whooped, I don't know, 10-0 this time. Or this time I'm going to lose 7-0. No, I'm going to lose 7-1 because I actually scored.
I about to say, damn, you know, 7-0. No, hey, man, I lose 7-0.
Yeah, you got to score the next time.
You
But
got
yeah,
to get
that's what
one
I
point
mean.
every time. You got to grow. Yes, I get
Yeah,
what you're saying.
exactly. You have to get better. You have to give yourself some hope. Okay. And a way to build your confidence is to get better. Some of the kids that I work with and train with, I always tell them on a scale from 1 to 10, this is a process. So this process doesn't have a time frame. It doesn't have a time limit. If you start out on a level 2, by tomorrow, you should be at a level 2.1. The next day, after putting in your own work and your own dedication and your own time, you should be at a 2.31. Whatever it takes for you to just get a little bit better means that you are building, that you are adjusting, and you are in the process to where you will gain what you need to gain eventually. Not everybody gets there. Not everybody wins when they first come out. Some people lose, then they turn into winners. Some people win and then turn into losers. It doesn't matter how that process happens, just as long as the process does happen to where you build yourself and you help yourself get better. And that's where I think the confidence comes in. So that's my number one, my coaching tip for the week. Don't get your ass out there and fighting in the ring if you're not confident. And for Jeff, your confidence was there, but we're going to work on everything else that goes with your confidence. I got you, brother.
It's the difference between fighting in the Barney show and fighting in the Power Rangers show, baby.
Oh.
You know, it's a big difference.
Go,
you know, imagination, hitting them up, boom, 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 and then you actually got a real live body in there that'll hit you.
I used to be the Pink Power Ranger.
Miss Regina, I got what you just asked me for. That information has finally been popped
our
to me.
commercial break is over, guys. Okay, what is it?
On February 12th at 3:51 p.m., Mr. Ronald P. George Jr. had something he would like to tell everyone in the martial arts. Breaking news for martial artists. New law has passed. If you make a negative comment on social media, you have to fight at the next tournament or be stripped of rank.
I agree. Second that, third that, and 18th that.
But to hear Mr. George,
a person that doesn't say things like that.
Understand. Yes, you understand. So, you know what? I'm going to bag him up on it. You want to fight me if you was talking shit to him. I got his back on it. So, if you don't fight me, I'm going to pull your rank. I've been pulling ranks. You know what I mean? You know, it's so funny to speak of ranks. Cause it's different down here. You can't just take nobody rank down here. You know, not in Texas.
In the South, baby.
Yeah, Texas is a little different with that rank stuff down here. It's a little different. I tell you that much. But I definitely understand what he meant by that. So guys, all that side talking on the social media, all that finger capping you guys call it now. It said you having the balls to say that to whoever it is you got an issue with. You speak behind the keyboard. Some people can catch on quick. I tell you,
don't do it and try to make a scene. This is you're adults. Grown men or grown women.
You don't even have to make a scene. But that's the thing though. Grown men supposed to be able to talk like grown men or put your hands up, fight, and move around. Like it's just that. It's kind of like it's no point to be walking around like, oh, I don't like him no more. Oh, he said this about me, and I don't stand his ass. But y'all was just cool. Y'all was just so homeboys. You know, I see a lot of friendships break up. You know, it was so funny to watch the Magic and Isaiah Thomas regroup thing with one another with those two. You know, the shit that happened between them two. He say, she say. And 20 years that went past between these two who were very fucking close friends. You know, it's just sad. So my thing is, if you got an issue with anyone out here, step up, say something to them. You ain't even got to do it in front of people. Y'all can step outside. Yo, go sit in the lobby. You need security? Shit, I'll be there for you guys. I got your back.
Scared? Go to church.
No, there's no point in going there because they still gonna be scared when they leave church.
They gonna pray. They got faith.
Yeah, that's what they need to have. Have faith. Have faith that everything's gonna work out in the best. You know, don't always look for the negative things of everything, all situations. I know we're supposed to look at, you know, the possibility of what could happen, but let the positive side of what you're trying to get outweigh that shit. If you guys can understand that.
I got it. I get it, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Break it down.
So last time I saw your monkey ass on here, You supposed to have got me 5 of your people
I
to
know,
battle
I
with
got you. I had to
5
do
of
homework, and
your
after I did my
people.
homework, then I got you 5 people. I got my
Yeah, because
5.
I tell you what, that history class is no joke.
Boy, Anime gonna eat that cake 3 or 4 times. I
yo,
bet
she
she
gonna
have more.
play. I tell you, yo, that she hit us with the test. She hit us with the essay. She hit us with the fucking the check the notebook.
For real, like all
Everything.
in one
When
day,
you
like
got,
everything.
yeah, it was so funny. It was just so funny.
You
And
know
thank
what I
God
like about this history class is they have no idea, or no, we don't know anything about karate, and we go in there like everyday people trying to make it,
yeah,
just
I'm
like the
telling
rest
you,
of those young college students.
they look at us like we're fucking regular, and then thinking we're fucking age too. That's really be so
Yeah,
funny.
I definitely get a kick out of that. They think I'm their age. Yes, I am. I can be your age if you want me to.
Miss Jenna's an outgoing person. She keep our professor definitely on her toes.
She keep me on mine.
It's definitely a lesson to be learned, and
It
she
don't seem
definitely
like she that much
makes
older
us
than
go
me.
do fucking research. We have to go do research. Like, yo, you better be ready when she call on your name at any point the next time you come to class. If you didn't do no research, your ass is gonna be embarrassed.
That's right.
Just
I
thank
did
God
my
I always
research,
have
guys.
I
I
always
did
have
my
to I always
homework.
have to use the printer. I always have to use the printer on this day, huh?
I use my printer at home and I get to class, y'all. I might be a little late on CP time, but I get there and I make it. And she let me in. She say, "Hey, Miss Regina." Hey, Miss Reed.
I honestly, yeah, I think she'll be calling us by the time class over to find out is everything okay if we didn't show up to class. Like, she looks for us to be there, so that's a good thing. That lets us know our spirit is just definitely needed.
Right. But yeah, I did get my 5 players. I got 5 women. I got some I consider my era, some before me, some after me, and some during me. So you asked me to do my homework on my 5 people. So what we gonna do with our 5 people? What's up?
So
What you got up for me? You ain't never tell me about it, so I have no idea what we got going on.
we're gonna team fight them.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right, and
All right.
then
Tell me the rules. Tell me how this works. What we got going on?
we'll let Travis come up with the rules. You know,
Toilet paper.
Trav's very creative, so we'll make him come up with some rules. And
He
Trav,
created that face he looking at us with.
lean towards the rules more of like, you know, we're gonna battle them, and maybe let's say we choose 5 videos. We don't know which videos. And we're gonna choose
1 video per person.
1 video per person.
Okay.
And you're gonna add up the points that your person totaled in that video. The score.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
look, no, this. But you'll come back to me next week. But that's only Travis. I want Travis to lean towards those rules more type. You know, we're gonna have a battle.
To kind of figure out a different structure,
So
a different. Okay.
yes. So we're gonna have a team fight battle, and this is also a male
You know
and
my girl's gonna
female.
whoop your ass though, right? My girl's
I
gonna
don't
whoop all
know.
y'all dudes' asses.
I
Whoever you
don't know.
pick.
You did Richard Powder hit you?
He put his feet in my face. Same thing.
I'm told.
Let me try and figure out what's happening. All right.
Okay.
So Willie,
Yeah.
you're picking 5.
I have 5 men.
And she has 5 females.
She had 5 females.
And I'm picking some random videos of your competitors fighting based off of how many points they score is the amount of points that you guys get.
The amount of points that they have that fight.
And plus, and then we're gonna at the end of it, we're gonna add 24 and 2 for Kobe and Gigi.
We're doing this right now?
No.
That's our next one. Yeah. But Trav, we're gonna flip a coin now, and we're gonna set up the fights.
Okay. Travis drinking Gatorade. He trying to get his mind right. Let's go.
All right. So Regina, what's your favorite number?
Between what? I mean, it's got to be what?
Out of all numbers, what's your favorite number?
25.
1,007.
I know. Willie's is 7. What's yours?
25.
25. All right. So, hold on. Let me see something.
That's how old she was when she had left that strip club.
You asshole. Shut the hell up.
Yeah. Here go the battle.
You're not ready.
See, the good thing about this is that we don't know who one another has, so it's kind of crazy on who can battle.
I know you got plowed in his feet. You already said it.
No, I don't. No,
I bet you Plowing Punch
he
ain't gonna have
he don't have to be on my fantasy. He was in my real life. Like,
already. That's what I feel.
yeah,
He's in my real life.
I had him daily in my real life. So yeah,
I feel you.
I don't need him on the fantasy. I'll put some other little people out.
I got you. No, I picked the ones I thought was gonna whoop ass.
Well, I believe that.
Well, I want to win. You know me. I don't. If it's not hopscotch, if I'm gonna play it at pity pat,
Yeah,
checkers, marbles, whatever it is, I want to win. I want to win. Pinochle. I don't even know how to play pinochle. I want to win at it. If I ain't gonna win, I don't want to do it.
All right, so I'm about to do this thing to pick a number, a little random number. One of these two numbers are gonna get picked.
Okay. Jang-a-lang, jang-a-lang. Let me hit that.
Let me bitch you. Who are you? This your bush? You only want to pick this bush?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I
see
can
that
see
big
it.
ass question mark
Question
right
mark.
there. Random.
Yeah, I'm about to press this button.
Randomize. You gonna do it 3 times? Like what's the name?
God damn,
You been tech?
Did you see that shit, Mimi? Was that hub that popped up on there? Was that the hub that popped up on there? Hub cap.
No, I know it.
Was that the
know it.
hubcap that popped up? I was like, whoa, it started lighting up everything. Whoa.
It's a ebony.
Ooh-wee. That I don't know what this is or why
It's all right.
it's coming up with names.
Too trap.
I think, see, guys, that's why that's new technology is a motherfucker. Just stick to the old way and just flip the coin, head and tails.
Just go out there and tap somebody on the ass and see what happened that way. Freakily. Ding, ding,
No, it was like going out. It drew out some shit. It came out and shit. I was like, whoa.
It's all right.
That's not a number.
No, that was a booby.
No, it wasn't even that. It was too much lightning.
Freakily.
All right.
Ding, ding, ding.
Let's try this again.
All right.
Kevin Murphy need to stop wearing these like suits. He like the Black Paul say.
Damn.
7 goes first. 7, it's your pick. You want to go first? Yeah, whatever.
I always let the ladies go. But since that is Joanna, man.
Go ahead. Come on, who you got?
All right. Pedro Xavier would be my first send out.
Okay, so Pedro, who would I match up with? Pedro. I'm matching up somebody with him, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let me write this down. All right, let me go to my list. Pedro is a kicker. So let's put Pedro with Katana.
Tatiana?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tatiana.
Wait.
Because you know you got the Mortal Kombat, Katana. So I don't know what you out there rapping them with.
Right. It's called. Her name is Whoop Your Ass. That's her name.
What you talking about?
Tatiana.
Yes.
That?
Oh,
Tatiana Everett.
Katana, man.
I said that.
I know. When he said Tatiana, I'm like, oh wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, no. That's how she says. That's how they say it. They don't be talking about no katana. They don't say katana. They don't be saying fucking katana.
I said the girl that whoops ass that's on Taco Bell team. So
Yeah,
that's
there we
it.
go. All right, katana. All right. I was like, wait, maybe I'm missing somebody. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, he said who? I don't know shit. Who else? Okay, now what? My pick.
Yes, your pick.
Okay, so let me scratch her off. We got her. I want to make sure I get it right. Okay, so now let's throw out. We got young. Let's do it for my old people. Let's throw Claire out there.
Claire?
Yeah. Claire old. All right,
Claire old like me. Shit, we both old.
Oh. You gonna throw old skinny Minnie out there, huh? The one that wear a buck ten, huh?
Homie. What you gonna do with that leg in your face?
Legs in them out there, huh? Okay.
What you gonna do with them legs in your face?
Regina, I used to love scrapping with this Canadian, big nose ass, Trevor Nash.
Oh yeah, that's a good matchup, brother.
We only gonna have one Canadian, huh? But yeah.
They gonna fucking knock everybody else out. They score gonna
No, yeah, Trevor is. He gonna move her. She too little in the booty.
For real, she
Too
like
little in
that.
the booty.
That's all right. Claire got 4 kids. She got some baby weight behind her. I know she do. She got all of Canada packing on her ass right now. Love you, Claire Bear.
Claire look like she gained 4 pounds since she had her last set of
Each
babies.
baby weighed 100 by themselves, boy. Get that woman some weight.
No, she don't look like she gained none. She must have been starving them in her belly.
No.
All right, this on me. This is number.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes, it's on you. It is. All right, come on.
This is number 3.
Yes.
Are you ready, Miss Regina?
I'm ready, sir. Come on, Uncle Tink Tink.
Oh, Tink's in the building.
Tink Tink.
Iceman Felton.
Oh, shit. Jay Breezy. That's what I'm going to put. Iceman. Okay.
I hope my random videos don't be none that they fucking lost in.
I know, right? That's what I was like, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting.
Iceman. I need somebody that's going to match up with Iceman. Let's put Iceman and Chelsea Nash. Yeah. Yeah. That's a straight up.
Miss Regina.
Yeah,
guys,
baby.
see, this is the strategy shit of coaching, y'all. This is that strategy shit of fucking coaching right here. That is a good matchup.
Yeah,
I like you on that one. Very good. It is your goal. Number 4.
Okay. Let's go ahead and throw. I got my 2 best last. Let's see. Let's throw Nikki out there. Nikki Carlson.
Nikki Carlson Lee.
Give it to me, baby. What you gonna do with Thunder Thighs?
Well,
in a good way, though. I mean that in most respectful good way, because I've been kicked with them Thunder Thighs, y'all.
I know. And I'm gonna put a kicker in front of her.
Okay.
Because I got 2 kickers left.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna go with my solid one, Mr. Zolt.
Ooh. Nice. Nice. Zolt say.
Yeah.
All right.
And my last battler,
wait,
7'7" ass.
Oh, that's good. Because you know who I got my last one? Morgan. Him and Morgan gonna be a good fight.
Who?
You talking about for the last one, the 5th one? Morgan, and you talking about with
Roman?
Roman? Yes. That's gonna be a good one. I got you. I forgot about him.
Hopefully she don't fight him like her brother do his ass.
No, but you know that Morgan got some oomph behind her. She gonna beat Roman ass over.
I should have told you no Plowdens, but you know, we don't really have that many females left out there, and she is one of the top shits of the.
Well, you know,
thing.
I'ma always bet on black. So
Avery, you know, Avery, I ain't gotta use you. You know, you are automatically up in there. You over here help me coach this squad and help these boys keep their damn head together.
I'm my own coach.
You almost gonna in with me.
So we got Pedro versus Katana, Claire versus Trevor, Jack versus Chelsea, Nikki versus Zolt, and Roman versus Morgan.
Yes, sir. Right. That's nice. I like it. Let's see what happens. I got to go find some fights where we score like 1 billion points.
No, you aren't. No, Trav had to have
Trav got points.
Yeah,
it's random.
Name out there, find a video of them fighting.
That's what I said. I hope the guy he can choose one that my fighter lost in.
I see. I'm sorry. I thought we were supposed to choose the fight.
This is where I'm gonna put you at right now.
It's gonna be the 3rd video of whatever that pops up on their name. So whatever
that third video. Okay.
Yup, whatever the 3rd video that pops up.
I like that, Trav. I like that.
Third video.
3rd video that pops up on it. I'm gonna score the points, and then like, all right, this person got this many points, and we're gonna do it on the show. So
wait, now let me ask you this. You know, Nikki might not have a lot of videos out there. How would you pick hers?
But she haven't lost though. That's a scary thing too, because the videos that she in, it's gonna be like 7-0.
She never lost.
Yeah, like it's gonna be 7-0. She's gonna 7-0 their ass. That's what Pedro lost. Pedro lost in a few of his. That's why I was like, oh shit, wait a minute, that's a little dangerous. And Morgan haven't really lost in none of hers. And
if she did, it wasn't by a lot.
No, because the only time she had losses is when she caught that knockout hit.
But it's probably the 7. The thing is that if you pick somebody from the 90s, what if it's like a 1st to 5 video?
I see. Well, we'll have to get the rules down better.
Then we
This
do.
gonna be like a little private.
Hey.
Ricky was fighting. Some of her fights were on NASCAR. It might be the first to 5.
Yeah, but no, but she would have won 6-zip.
Yeah.
Because she ain't got no punches. All straight kicks.
Bop, bop, bop.
Ding, 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 ding. Over. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll kind of figure out the rules down the line. But this one, yeah, I like this.
Travis come up with them. Yeah, this is
Travis
good.
gonna figure it out. He gonna tell us next week who won.
Since you guys are here, there has been a discussion about doing a martial arts in the network fantasy draft.
Okay.
About all 6 of us doing the draft, and we drafting different people, and throughout the year we're watching to see who scored the most points, who's fighting.
And you follow that person throughout the year.
Yeah, so you draft your squad, and you just watching them, and then like we got the points. So we are going to be doing that in a couple of weeks or whatever.
And then after put me in there because I want it. I want to do it. And at the end of the year, we got to have some type of reward. Like when I win, because most likely I win. I win in everything. So then y'all gonna have to I don't know, hold me up and carry me around the tournament or something.
She wanted to draft the baddest asses that's walking town right now. The ones that got 10 Warrior Cups in the house and shit. She got me right there.
Yeah. So when
I
win, y'all gonna hold me up and walk me around the tournament or something like that, and fan me with a flower or a leaf or something. That's what y'all get to do for me. It's gonna be, since I win fantasy, then y'all have to make sure my fantasy is fulfilled. That's it. Spray me with water. Look at love.
Spray you with water?
Yeah, like no, I don't need no water hose, Travis. Look.
That's all I got is water hose.
Yeah, you trying to do me like the people in the segregation and shit.
Down. Mimi is
ding.
Hopefully you guys Mimi, did you watch my video I told you to watch last time?
Ooh. I had homework.
No, if you did, it's okay. Yeah. Well, you could have watched it. It's not even really that you gotta watch it. More like listen. Like it's more like listen. It's fucking stupid. I told you.
Cause I forgot.
She did have her 5 people before the show, so I got to give her credit for that. She had her 5 people before the show.
Bam. With a reminder, but okay. Bam.
But yeah, hopefully you guys caught on to that. This week, Steve Harvey, he got one, Success Journey. It's about 30 minutes. I suggest you guys should listen to that. Listen to his story. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't know nothing about him as far as into how did he even get into the comedy? Where did that start? You know, this man was getting paid on the side, you know, $10 to write somebody's jokes. $10 a joke. This guy was paying him. And one day somebody told him to come to the comedy club and he fucking showed out. And ever since then, he followed his dream and he felt like that was something that God gave him. So he know how to work his dream. That's, I think a lot of us be lost on, is that we don't know the dream that God given us. We try to follow other dreams and it doesn't work. And we kind of just like, oh, that's the end, instead of us trying to get back on the path from where we're supposed to be.
Or they don't have the confidence to follow their own dream.
Yeah, or the confidence. So I definitely think that'd be a good video to watch. It's a good inspirational video. Very good. Once again, Steve Harvey's Success Journey. Follow your vision is what it's called. Follow your vision. So that's
your vision.
Follow smooth.
Follow your vision.
Don't get your ass kicked. For reaching in my pocket, don't reach your ass kicked.
Get it. Drag-a-lane.
Once again, Stealin Mimi.
Guys, I had fun this week.
Here. Yeah.
We're going to do it again next week.
Miss Virginia has forgot you got a tournament this weekend. So I guess she didn't want to put your tournament out there, homeboy. Wayne.
I am going to the tournament. I need a break. My bunions need a break.
Oh, trust me. After you do all this coaching with all these kids being in there, you're going to need a break. I promise you.
My stomach hurt. I won't be there.
Yeah, VKA, get ready. You know, my squad finna get step.
We got some juniors that's coming out there, y'all. You better watch them.
You
better watch them. They hungry. They from Texas, and they whooping ass.
From the country out there.
They got nothing better to do but climb trees and run in the country. They hungry.
They piss outside like it's the
They
normal
burn
thing.
they burn their trash.
Yeah. Is that normal to do, Mimi, in the
In the
country?
country, in Texas, yes, outside the city limits, you burn your trash. The trash
No.
people ain't coming to get it. What else you gonna do with it?
Just urinate outside like it's okay.
Well,
Is that
those are country ass bumpkins that do that. I don't piss outside. That's just
okay?
not up my cup. Number one, my knee's bad and I can't.
You saw a city person piss outside one time though, didn't you? Big shout out to that city person who pissed outside.
Oh my God! They didn't wash their hands. Hand sanitizer, guys. Hand sanitizer. Never leave home without it.
Keep it with you.
You
Oh,
can
and Miss
even use
Regina,
it in public. You put it on the toilet seat and you rub it around the toilet seat.
I
You
got a
got
news
bad
for
knees like me. That's your home remedy for using
Hey,
public bathrooms.
for all the people that's out there in Italy. I got a fucking news flash for some of y'all who didn't get it. Some of y'all are not allowed to go to fucking Irish Open because of this fucking virus. So if you want to go to Irish Open, you better get fucking quarantined first and have some paperwork to say you cleared to go. Otherwise, your ass gonna get sent back home because Mr. Roy Baker say he's not having that shit there.
I ain't
So
going.
if you think you got the whipping
Cause somebody
cough,
gonna lie.
chest burn,
If they
eyes
stealing
on
at
fire,
tournaments, you don't think they gonna lie to get to another tournament to steal?
say, I don't know how it's gonna work out. I'm just giving out the heads up. This is the heads up. Italy, some of your local cities are banned for being able to go to the tournament. Now, remind you, Miss Regina, the shit by the system. So you already put your name and everything in the system. So your city and country stuff is already in the system. You're not
It's
gonna
only
lie to the
countries in
system.
Italy and Europe. I mean, it's only those cities.
It's just from what I know of.
Like what Roy
This
said
is
he
a
was
new
banning.
flash. This is a
I
new
didn't see
flash.
that. Where you
Yeah,
saw that at?
it came to my phone. It's a news flash.
Oh, I need to sign up for them flashes.
Yeah,
Because I need to know anybody
no,
that
because there
got the
may be a few
corona.
questions that pop up on there that you may not want to answer.
I answer anything. Anybody put it up there, I'm gonna answer it. They gonna ask me. Ask me, baby, I got you. I want my questions answered, so I'm gonna answer yours. Do unto others as you want done unto you.
Ooh. Is that another coaching tip for their asses? Oh, nods.
That's called study your Bible.
Hey, now.
I can't say I studied mine, but I know an end of the
Is you
Bible.
gonna tell them where to find that in the Bible or not?
That's why I say I didn't study it. I just said I studied. I looked over it a little bit. I asked my mama, I need to do better. And I'm gonna do better, mama. I know you listening, mama. I'm gonna do better, I promise. Hey, daddy, I love you.
She already doing better.
I am. I feel like it. I feel like, you know what's helping me do better? This show.
Is it?
Yeah, be just talking and talking about to my karate people and my family, and not just about karate either. We all need. I always thought I could do anything and everything because of karate, and I still believe that. But I also believe that I need other things, and karate can't do it alone. And school is the other thing that's helping me right now. So as long as I keep things positive in my mindset and upright, I think I can only get better. The sky's the limit for me.
The sky is the limit.
That's it. Stay positive, people.
If you does
No matter
not
your
touch the
darkest time.
sky, it's okay. You will fall amongst those stars. You better put
It's
that
okay
down.
to fall. I
No.
fall regularly.
You have to listen to it. Don't let it go over your head. Don't let it go over your head right now. Oh, don't let it go over your head. Oh, sorry guys. Taking a shit right now. Oh. So, it's okay to fall. The sky is the limit. If you doesn't touch the sky, it's okay because he fell among those stars. Google it. Google it. Google it. Listen to me.
Okay. I got you.
You write it down? Write it down. Everybody write it down. Write it down. Don't message me anything about it. You just write it down and you just keep it with you. Have it in your pocket the next time I see you somewhere.
In the
Have it
pocket.
in your fucking pocket.
Well, I
So
might
you can
not be
pull it out and say, hey,
What
Mr.
if I ain't
Long,
got no pockets?
I looked up what you said. What you said. Don't put it nowhere else because I only want it in your pocket and not even in your damn gym bag. Don't even give me that up out of there.
I have a karate
Just
bag, sir, not a gym
fresh
bag.
out the pocket. That's how long you've been holding on to it. Listen to it. I say
And
it to
what if
them.
I don't have a pocket? Can I pull it out of my sports bra?
Hell no, don't put it in my hand. Oh no. Don't pull out your bra, your sports bra, your socks, your shoes, none of this.
That fool said, oh, hell no, they don't put it.
Just
put it
just
in
pull
my
out your
head.
pocket like your wallet.
Already.
So I say,
I got you. I'm gonna
listen.
write it down now. When I see
Write
your
it-
ass later, wait, we got class in the morning. So when I
Yeah.
see your ass, you better have yours.
Oh yeah, mine be with me. Mine's with me all the time. They
I'm gonna
said.
take a picture, y'all, and post it tomorrow when
I
we in
see.
class.
I've been to the water a lot, so I met an old man down there at the tree one time. I say, yeah.
That's where he go to the bathroom, y'all.
No, that's why I go fishing. And the wise man said
We
to me,
turned him into a country bumpkin out here, y'all. He go potty
"No,
at
I
the
already was
tree.
a fisher. I already fished.
No, you pee outside.
Yeah, I do that now too. But I have hand sanitizer,
That's
and I do it outside the city limits. I
it.
say, Miss Regina, write it down. Here we go, because we only running out of time. It's about 30 seconds left before we hang up on these
All
good
right, text it to
people.
me then. I can't write that fast.
No,
Text me.
can't write. You're a black belt. You're a master.
Oh, there you go. All right, come on, ready. Right. I mean, tell me.
The sky is the limit.
The
You
sky
know that part feel good. The
is
sky
the
is the
limit.
limit.
Okay.
If I do not reach the sky, it's
Yeah.
okay.
If I don't reach sky.
The sky.
I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
It's okay. You got that part?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
Dot.
Dot. Okay, let me put the dots in bold. It's okay.
You fell among those stars.
You fell among
What's under
those
the sky, Mimi?
stars. I mean, you fell. Wait, you fell
You fell.
amongst those stars.
Yes. Not like failure fail. You fail. Like
Fell
you
like
reached
F-E-L.
L. Yes.
Well, you know what I mean. I was giving you the
F-E-L-L.
first few letters. I know
Yeah.
it's two L's, you dingling.
Google it. Google it. Get
All
back
right, I
at
got
me.
you.
Hey, look.
When I see
You
you in
know.
class in the morning, I want your paper to be sticking out your pocket, homie. I'm gonna put mine in my
Yeah.
hat.
Well, no, I gotta do my definitions tonight.
I finished mine. See, all of them, all 80 of them.
That is very good of you. I should have been doing mine last night if I known that, my sister had to go to the ER and shit. So
Well, yeah, that was lately. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have. Y'all excuse me. Last night my baby was sick. We had to go to the doctor. She had a fever. I'm ready for her to go back to school. So whatever happens, she needs to fix herself. Because
24
medicine
hours.
better work. They say she can't go
24
back
hours,
until
like a winner or loss, Miss Regina. 24,
24
everything on a
hours.
24 hours.
Everything 24 hours. That she can't go back to school till she's 24 hours fever free. Who made up that rule?
Yeah, so you guys will see us next Monday. Y'all will
No,
hear us.
Sunday, sir. We record on Monday. I mean Sundays. We
Yeah,
late
I know
this
we
week.
record. They gonna hear us on Monday. So y'all have a good week. Sunday always start the new week. Miss Regina.
My homework for everybody is to bring
Miss
one person
Regina.
with you next
I
week
got
to
some,
listen.
I got some Dorsey over here for you, Miss Regina. I got some Dorsey over here for you, Miss Regina.
Bring one person with you next week to listen to the show, so that way week by week we grow.
Say that one more time.
Next week, bring one person with you to the show, so week by week we grow.
And all your friends on Facebook need to share it.
At least one time for me. One time for the time.
So y'all be prepared. Next week is gonna be really interesting. As Miss Regina and I start to learn how to do this shit in a good order.
Yeah.
Stay
We
on our
hope to get
time.
better each week too, y'all.
Yeah,
We're gonna try.
we going to we skipped a couple weeks.
1 week, boy, not couples. One. We're a week and a 1 day late. That's all right. People love us and they gonna come.
That's more than 7.
We call and they will follow.
Anything more,
love.
anything number wise right now, I don't want to think of more than 7, because my numbers I have to do is by letters. I'm in the stats right now, so don't confuse me.
Hey.
All right, guys. Miss Regina, you want to end us out with a good song?
See y'all next week. I say, see. See y'all next week.
Yeah, motherfucker. See you next week. Yeah. See you next week. We out of here. Woo!
You're so stupid. Y'all